Hey everybody, sorry we're just a few minutes late. I was having a heck of a time getting logged into YouTube tonight. As always, let me know whenever you're here just so that I know that this is working and people are watching, and then we can go ahead and get started. Oh good, I see that we are live on YouTube. Great. And there is the email. Perfect. Hey everybody. Oh good, I'm glad to see some names. Hey guys. All right, yeah, again, sorry, I was a few minutes late. I was trying to log into our YouTube account, and for some reason, my browser wasn't letting me, so I was scrambling a little there, but we made it. Hey guys, there's Tom from Malibu here to brag about his nice weather. Hey everybody, Martin, Colin, Bill, Jim, Howard, G Money, Aaron, Mark, Mike, Ray, Richard, Matt. Hey everybody. Matt says it's not working, better restart your machine. Don't even joke about that. I've had to do that before and it has not been great. All right, there's the first question. Jose wants to know, when is HBO Max coming out on Roku? And honestly, that is a great question, and I wish I had an answer for you. So, yeah, HBO Max is still in talks with both Roku and Amazon Fire TV. We know that they are working on a deal. Nothing has been confirmed just yet. There's some kind of issue. I'm sure it's all surrounding money, as always. But yeah, as of now, HBO Max is not on Roku or Amazon Fire TV. I truly expected that it would be on at least Roku by the end of last week, and it just didn't happen. So very disappointing. We are keeping an eye on it. We've reached out. They have all promised to let us know as soon as the deal is made, but nothing so far. Unfortunately, I would not be surprised to see it happen very, very soon. And we will, of course, post the second that we hear about anything. 91 degrees in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I think 91 might even be too warm for me. It has been 70 and sunny here in Cleveland, and I'm loving it. Bill says, I've noticed the last few days that NBC News has been broadcasting MSNBC International at night. That's interesting. I wonder why they have opted to do that. Not a bad thing, I suppose. There's a lot going on in the country right now. Maybe it's just, international. A lot going on in the whole world, honestly, right now. So maybe that's why, just to keep people informed. Howard wants to know if Plex has a contact number, and I'm not sure that they do. Let me do a quick Google search while we keep on talking. Martin says Locast needs to add more cities. Yeah, Locast just added another city. We have a post up over on Cord Cutters News. They are trying to expand more, but I know it's very expensive for them to get into a new city. So I'm assuming that's why it's been kind of slow going. They have a lot of legal fees right now. They are dealing with a lawsuit. So I'm sure that there just is not money to throw around on expanding. But yeah, I think it's great. I would love to see them in more cities. Red Guy says HBO Max should be on Fire TV. There are some issues with sideloading the Android TV version. Yeah, I know people are finding ways around it. Like, it's available as a Hulu add-on. It's available as a YouTube TV add-on. Excuse me. But we've also heard that whenever you are subscribed through those services and you're using a Roku or an Amazon Fire TV, that you don't get access to all of the content. So yeah, it's very tricky. It would be great if they could just come to an agreement there, but we will just have to wait and see. I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. Yeah, Chris, same. Sooner rather than later would be great, yeah. Diva says, hey Jess, I know you said you live in Cleveland and downtown. Yes, I do. And if you were asking about the craziness over the weekend, yes, I was right in the middle of it. I am totally safe, totally fine. And without getting too political or anything, I will just say that I completely understand the reason for what's happening. And I just hope that everyone stays safe. Hopefully things settle down soon. Brett says, crazy thunderstorm in Washington. Did it affect your streaming? Is my Cord Cutters News question for you, Brett. Howard says, still having issues with Locast. It won't let me watch it. That's interesting, Howard. What's the issue? It just won't open? Are you you're in one of the cities, obviously, where Locast is located. So what is the issue that you're having? Chris, hi, good to see you. John, thank you so much. Diva, oh, you're in downtown Cleveland too? We're neighbors. It's been a little crazy over here lately, huh? Lilart says, do you ever come to California? I have never been to California. I know that Luke did when he was running the show over here. He went for some work things. So hopefully once we're cleared to travel later, yeah, I would love to go to California if work happens to take me there. Lilart says, any new apps for Roku? Not that I know of, really. Roku is always adding new things, and so the lineup is always changing. You can find pretty much anything you want other than HBO Max. I do want to tell you, though, if you don't know already, that the Roku channel, so Roku's free streaming channel, just added a ton of new content. They now have over 100 channels. There is a ton of content over on the Roku channel, all available for free. If you have a Roku device, you can find it right there in the channel store. And yeah, it's kind of awesome. Lots of TV shows, lots of movies. They're constantly adding new stuff. So definitely check that out if you have not already. Howard says Locast will not play any channels. That is really strange. Have you tried, I hate to say this, have you tried uninstalling and reinstalling the app? Sometimes that takes care of things. If not, I would try reaching out to Locast support. I think that they are usually pretty active on social media. Not 100% sure what the best way to reach them is, though. I am looking for a contact phone number for Plex, and I am not finding one. So those who were asking about contacting Plex, I would say just going through the website is your best option. Thomas, when is HBO Max coming to Roku? I have no idea, unfortunately. I know that they are in talks. There is some kind of hang up with the deal that AT&T and Roku are trying to make. So I'm not sure exactly what the holdup is. I'm assuming money. So hopefully they can get that straightened out soon. I think it would be great for both of them. It would be great for Roku users, and obviously HBO Max's subscriber count would benefit greatly. G-Money says, on Hulu Live, is the DVR 50 hours per account or per user? Is there a time limit to watch the recordings? I believe the 50 hours is per account. So I think everyone has to share that number. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't share my account with anyone, so I've never had to figure that part out. And a time limit. You know what? Let me send you a resource that might help. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and paste our review of Hulu with Live in the comments. So if you click on that, you should be able to find more information that will help you with your Hulu account. Bill says Texas opened up to 50%. That's fantastic. Good to hear that. It's a good sign. Bill says Roku Guide has an option to sign up for a weekly email. Oh yeah, that's true. That's a great resource to find out about new content coming to Roku. Diva says, I want to recommend some apps on Roku so people can watch free movies. Absolutely, yeah. If anyone wants to share their favorite Roku channels for free movies, keep it legal, please. But yeah, go ahead and post them in the comments. I would love to hear that. You guys know I love free content, so I'm all for it. Make sure that they're legal, though. If they're not legal, we'll have to delete the comment. Oh, Bill, is that for Plex? I did not see that on the website. I was obviously multitasking here, so I missed it. But if that's for Plex, thank you so much. Thomas says, when is the Roku Live Guide coming to the Roku channel? So they said that it would be coming out in the upcoming months. I don't think there was an exact date. I think that there were maybe still some kinks to work out. I talked to Roku on Monday, and they were very optimistic about the live TV guide. It sounds like it's going to be really great. I think you guys will like it a lot. So Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have an exact date. They either said in the coming weeks or maybe it was the coming months. Sorry about that. Let me grab that post actually instead of just guessing, since it is right in front of me. I can easily go find it if I could spell right in the search here. Colin wants to know about my opinion on HBO Max. So I did download it. I'm having a little trouble because I do love my Roku and my Amazon Fire TV. I'm very bummed I can't watch it on either. I've been watching it on my Apple devices, which is fine. However, yes, I would love to have the Roku or the Fire TV app, ideally both. I do like HBO Max. I like the way that it's laid out, and that was some feedback that I gave to the HBO Max team. I'm going to paste the link for that Roku live guide right here. Sorry, I know I'm jumping around a lot. I'm a little all over the place today. The guide will be rolling out over the upcoming weeks, so anytime now should be coming out, and I really think you guys will like it. Okay, back to HBO. My opinion about HBO Max, I do think that it has a lot of content, and I think it's great for someone like me who hasn't had a chance to really watch all these HBO series. I have never watched Game of Thrones, and that's one that I'm really interested to dive into, so I'm really excited about that. I think that they will keep adding content, and as that happens, I think it will just get even better. I'm really looking forward to some of the originals that they're working on. Like I've been saying for a few weeks now, those got slowed down due to coronavirus, but they will be coming out with more original content, and I have high hopes for some of that. So I'm using it. I like it. I don't know how long I'll keep it. I don't know if it's going to be like a Netflix where it's a mainstay for a lot of us, but I think it's definitely worth at least the 7-day free trial. Howard says, finally cut the cord and went with AT&T TV now. Howard, I thought you were a cord cutter all this time. You've been here for so long. That's awesome. I hope that you're really happy with AT&T TV now. I'm interested to see why you picked that one. Was it the channel lineup? Was it features? Do you just really love AT&T? Please tell us. And also, I hope that you're saving a lot of money. I want to tell you guys that is my absolute favorite part of my job. I love hearing how much money you all save by cutting the cord. Bill says Tableau Refurbed is on sale at Tableau TV. Yeah, they've been having some great deals. Let me just send you guys the Tableau website too. Yeah, their refurbed devices are great. They're all checked so you can buy them and have confidence that they're going to work well. Here's the Tableau website for you. Yeah, some really good deals lately, so that's awesome. I think I'm missing some comments or whole conversations here. G Money says Vudu has over 5,000 free movies. Yeah, I think that's something that we forget about sometimes. Redbox has a free service. Vudu has a bunch of free movies. Yeah, definitely check them out. You will have to sit through commercials, which I know is not for everybody, but yeah, they have a lot of free content. So if you're willing to sit through commercials, definitely check those out. Howard, everyone's very excited for you. Howard says, because of the channels and they have the Marquee Network. Oh, okay. Wish they had the NFL Network, but I can live without that one for now. Yeah, I think we can all live without some of these sports add-ons for now since there's not a whole lot happening. John says, it's been 1 year since I cut the cord, February 1st, 2019. I love YouTube TV. That's awesome. Love hearing that you guys find services that really work for you. That's fantastic. Love that. I'm working on getting subscriptions to all of the live TV services so that whenever you guys ask me specific questions, I can just hop on and check real quick. So working on it, not quite there yet, but yeah, that's something I'd really like to do. I just feel like it would make it easier for me to answer your questions. So hopefully soon. Diva says, don't forget about Crackle and Tubi, all free. Yeah, also Pluto TV and Zumo. There are a ton. Film Rise is a channel on Roku that's really great. Tons of free movies over there. So many good ones. Chris says, I have Pluto, Crackle, Tubi, all great options for free TV and movies. I'd also like to point out, and Stir is another one. I'd also like to point out that a lot of those have classic TV shows and classic movies going back to like the 1950s, maybe even some from before, a couple of movies. So definitely if that's something that you're interested in, I've seen a lot of you guys say that you're into classic TV shows. Definitely check out those free services. They have really great collections. Bill says, I have Friendly and paid for a year. When it's up, I might look at Philo again. Yeah, I've really been liking Philo lately. I don't know if they made an update or if I just haven't used it in a while, but yeah, I'm a big Philo fan lately. I've been using that a lot. Friendly, also really good, very affordable service. Mike says, hey Jess, is there any way to watch on demand without commercials on a streaming service? That is a great question. I would say if you record content, some of the services will let you fast forward through those commercials. Was Hulu the one? This is why I need subscriptions to all of them. I can never remember. Is Hulu the one that lets you watch on demand if you have the Hulu with no ads? Someone can correct me. I feel like I'm not accurate right now. Okay, let me just throw it out to the group. Is there any way to watch on demand without commercials on a streaming service? Can someone name the streaming services that don't make you sit through ads for on demand content? Mike says, I cut the cord and switched to YouTube TV over a month ago. I love it. Wish the DVR had options to record new episodes. Yeah, that's a complaint that I've been seeing a lot with YouTube TV. Whenever you want to record something, it records the entire season. Not everybody needs that or wants that. It takes up precious DVR space. Yeah, very annoying. I wish that was a feature too. And definitely if they happen to call and ask my opinion, I will let them know. Yeah, really excited for you that you cut the cord, and I hope that you're loving YouTube TV. If you don't mind sharing, how much money are you saving? Bill says Friendly TV is $79.99 for an entire year. That is awesome. Martin says, Jess, either you or Philip needs to land an interview with, and then you did not finish your sentence. Who would you like me to interview? I love interviewing people, so yeah, hit me with your suggestions. I'd love to hear it. Val's Bloom wants to know about some specific channels, so let me go ahead and grab our, whoops, clicked on the wrong thing here. Let me grab our big comparison post. I updated it in May, and we are due for a June update, so I will not forget to do that. I'm hoping to have that up over the weekend. If you guys find this helpful, let me know. Do you guys like this big comparison post? I know that there are a couple of typos on it. For example, I included like 4 different cheddar channels, and it's down to 1 now. I don't know what I was doing there, but I have it fixed for the June post. Yeah, everyone's saying that on demand always comes with ads, and from what I understand, that's true, but I was wondering if maybe I missed something. John says $3.20 a year on cable TV, $10 a month on sports packages on cable, and that was before I cut the cord. Yeah, if anyone else wants to tell me how much money you save, I'm just a little bit of a snoop. I love hearing about how much money people save. Chris misses the cord cutting today videos, and Chris, I completely hear you. To be honest, it was just sort of like a bandwidth issue between me and Philip. Between the two of us, we are just trying to cover so many things. Hopefully they can come back. We will see. There have been a ton of conversations about it. I completely get that everyone loves the cord cutting today videos. So we are definitely trying to find a way to make it work. So yeah, I would love to bring them back, but we will see. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah, we hear you completely. We see your comments. We totally hear you. We know that you guys really like those. Richard has a suggestion for you guys. Here's something I watched last night on the Roku channel in the sci-fi section. 1977 movie made from a book, Demon Seed. Last time I saw the movie was 43 years ago on TV. I don't know if Demon Seed is up my alley, but it sounds like an interesting one. Martin says an interview with the Locast CEO. You know what? Luke was supposed to be interviewing the Locast CEO before all of this craziness happened. And he was supposed to be flying into New York to have an interview with him. And there was something that happened. I think it was something with the lawsuit, and it got put on hold. So definitely, I will work on that. I would love to have a chat with the Locast CEO. If you have any questions that you would like me to ask, let me know. You can shoot me an email. That's probably the best way. If you go over to cordcuttersnews.com and click on the Contact Us button, I say this all the time, but those emails come straight to me. So if you ever have suggestions like that, let me hear them. Howard says, how do you fix issues with Plex, like when it's stuttering or on certain channels? Hang on just a second. Do we have a post up yet? If not, we are working on one. Oh, so Philip has been working on videos about different Plex features. Unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with like the ins and outs of Plex. I would say reaching out to them, and I think that Bill posted a customer support number if you need that. There's also a contact us section on their website that might be a little easier. Martin, sure thing. Yeah, I'll always take suggestions. Anytime that you guys want to see something on the site or in a video, please let us know. We are completely open to suggestions. Richard says Demon Seed is on the Roku channel right now. I don't know if I can do that one. It does not sound like something I need to be watching. Jim wants to know if Locast is really nonprofit. I can tell you from emails back and forth and things that yes, they are really a nonprofit. They can say that because they are doing a public service. They are not demanding money. They do ask for $5 donations. And yes, I completely understand that those requests are very annoying for those of you who are using Locast. I get it. I get your issues with it completely. But, and that's how they're calling themselves a nonprofit. Okay, John wants to know if we can do a review on universal remotes for all streaming devices. That's a great idea. Yeah, let me order a few. I don't know how long they'll take to get to me, but if anyone has any suggestions for universal remotes that you like, maybe I'll post that in the Facebook group. I'll ask for suggestions. Yeah, I would love to try some out, or maybe fill up. That might be a better video than a post. I think that's a great idea. I love the idea of a universal remote, especially for people with an Apple TV. You guys know I don't love the Apple TV remote, so yeah, I'm all for universal remotes, so definitely something I will look into. Thank you. Colin says Locast is still running a competition where you can donate to prospective new markets. Yeah, so that's one fundraising thing that they do where you can give a donation and you can say, I would really like for you to be in my city. It's really a money thing. That's why they have not expanded more. So, yeah, if you can raise enough money for your city, they will come to your city. Streaming Junkie, hi, good to see you. Any idea when HBO Max will get Dolby Vision 4K? That is something that I asked them about specifically whenever I talked to them before the launch. They said it is very much on their roadmap, but they just haven't been able to do it yet. They are working on it. We do not have an exact date, but I know that they are very much planning on doing that as soon as possible. They are completely with you. They want to have that kind of quality. So they are working on it, but we do not have a date yet. We will post as soon as we find out for sure. Richard says, I got the 9.3 update on my Roku TV Sunday morning, so I'm curious what changes have you noticed with that Roku update? Thomas, yeah, it sounds like it is rolling out right now. Chris says, I have an RCA universal remote. It does work well. Would you guys rather see that in a post or in a video? Would you like to just read about it, or would you like Philip to actually use some of those remotes and show you what they can do? Because I think we could do either. or we could do both probably, but I'm interested, would you rather read about it or watch a video? Jim says SpaceX Starlink launch is in 1 hour. Ooh, I did not know. Bill says Laverne and Shirley starts this Sunday, starting with episode 1, and it will be 2 shows back to back on MeTV. That is awesome, and normally they email me about stuff like that, but they have not lately. That's awesome. Yeah, we will get a post up about that. I saw that you posted in the Facebook group too. I took a screenshot on my phone to remind me. So it starts on Sunday, so we will probably get a post up about that on Saturday. Thank you, Bill. Howard says, what do you think will happen with AT&T TV Now since they have the streaming box? Will they keep AT&T TV Now? That's a great question. I will say I don't have much hope for AT&T TV Now. I think that the big focus is on HBO Max and also AT&T TV. I could very much see them phasing out AT&T TV Now. However, we know that they like to kind of keep things. They like to string everybody along. So I could see them just kind of keeping it around, just kind of letting it be its own thing for a while. But personally, I think that they're really focused on HBO Max and AT&T TV right now. I think that they will stop paying attention to AT&T TV Now. Rick, Peacock comes out. It is already available on Comcast, but it comes out for the rest of us on July 15th. Colin says video and a post, both would be helpful. Okay, good to know. John says, thank you for the info on what to do. Love your videos. Is anyone seeing my questions? Yes, we are seeing them. Are there any devices that stream Wi-Fi without a provider? I think that you need an internet provider in order to use Wi-Fi, John. Jim wants to see Philip do a demo of the Logitech Harmony Universal Remote with a Roku. I know that he has a Roku, and I have only heard good things about the Logitech Harmony Universal Remote, so we'll definitely make a note about that. Thank you. Andrew wants to know about a good app for streaming free TV and movies on a Fire Stick. So there are a ton of free apps. There is Stir, Zumo, Pluto TV, Tubi, IMDb TV is another good one. Crackle is another good one. There are a ton. If you would like, I can get a post together for this weekend about some of our favorite free apps on Fire TV. We haven't done that in a while. That's something I did a lot with Luke and have not done that in a minute. So yeah, I'll definitely make a note to do a post about our favorite free Fire TV apps. Paul has some strong feelings about HBO Max. Not a fan. Hulu is better. It's definitely not for everybody. I will say that I have not seen a ton of HBO content before. I wasn't ever subscribed to HBO before, so a lot of it's new to me, so I'm still kind of excited, but I get it. Colin wants to know if AT&T ever said that they will add live TV to HBO Max. Yes, they did mention that there would be a live HBO feed. I'm not sure exactly what the timeline is for that, but it was mentioned way before the launch. Excuse me. Back whenever they first announced HBO Max, they did say that they eventually wanted to do a live feed. So yes, I think that is definitely in the cards. Richard says the big thing that he saw with the update for 9.3.0 is that you can make changes for the Roku Sound Bar from the TV and not from the Sound Bar. That is really good to know. That's kind of something that has been annoying for me, so good to know. G-Money says there's a crazy amount of free content. Yeah, completely. If you know where to find it, there is a lot. I've been saying a lot tonight. I'm so sorry if that's really annoying because I annoy myself when I catch myself saying it. Yes, tons of free content. And yeah, we will definitely work on some posts about our favorite free apps. We have not done that in a while, and it's definitely about time. Amazing Eric says, I think HBO Max is too expensive compared to other on-demand streaming services. That has been a big topic of conversation lately. HBO Max is $15 a month, and that is significantly more than a lot of other streaming services. So completely understand that. And if it has the content that you want, great. If it does not, then it's definitely not worth that $15 a month. Howard, I will absolutely say hi to Philip. I was just talking to him right before we started because I was asking him to help me solve my YouTube problem. I couldn't get logged in, and I was asking him to help me troubleshoot a little bit. So I will send him a quick message after this and let him know you guys are saying hello. Colin wants to know if this is heartbreaking. Do you think the Cord Cutters News podcast will ever come back? You know, I'm not sure. I would love to see it come back. I think that right now there just is not enough time in the day for it. That was something that Luke really wanted to do, so he and I had a great time doing the podcast. But now that Luke is gone, I'm not sure. I need a co-host. I wonder if I can talk Philip into co-hosting with me, if we can both find some time. We're also on opposite coasts, so the time difference is a little strange, a little difficult to work around. But I would love to bring it back someday. It's good to know that you guys liked it. Streaming Junkie says, yeah, they should drop the price to $9 or lower at its current state. I kind of agree. I think that they launched without a lot of the content that they wanted, and it definitely has some room for improvement. $9 I think would be a little more reasonable, but those who want the content will pay for it. So it is also AT&T who's kind of known for charging a little more. CJ says, hey Jess, I got a deal for HBO Max, so it only costs $12 a month. Is there a way that I can bring that into my YouTube TV subscription? CJ, as far as I know, you would have to subscribe through YouTube TV and then use your YouTube TV credentials to log in, but I could be mistaken. So if anyone knows differently, please leave a comment. As far as I know, that's the only way to watch it through YouTube TV. But somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. Howard wants to know what I think of the free Xfinity Flex device. I actually have never tried it. I'm not a Comcast customer. I don't think that it's even in my area as far as I know. I have Spectrum. I'm wondering if we can't get Philip to try that out. Let me see what I can do. Richard says that he'll be my co-host. That is very nice, and we have had some offers like that for people to be my co-host. It could be kind of fun to just interview you guys every week, just have a different cord cutter jump in and be my co-host. That might be kind of fun. I'll see what I can do. I'll work on it. Paul says, I want to file a complaint. I absolutely hate HBO Max. My wife won't let me get rid of it, and me and my son are very upset. Please help us. I am so sorry. Let me find a formal complaint department for you. That is terrible. But if they like it. Mark wants to know, did I say that I'm coasting? No, I said that Philip and I are on opposite coasts. He is over on the West Coast. I am over on the East Coast. So, bit of a time difference there. Eric says Cinemax is only $10, very similar movies to that were either on HBO in the past or will eventually be on HBO. That's true. If you're looking for something different, Cinemax is $10. I will say HBO Max is saying that they have original content and all these TV shows and stuff, and that is why they are charging a little bit more. Diva, yeah, it sounds like you're right up the street. We could just meet up. Andrew says, Jess, have you tried StreamYard or Zoom bringing up co-hosts? I do use Zoom for work. I do all of my meetings through Zoom. That is definitely a possibility. Luke and I used a different one that I had never heard of, and I have not used it since, actually. Zoom, I think, would probably work. It seems like that's what everybody's doing these days, right? We could definitely try it. I will think about it. Colin wants to know if YouTube TV has said when they will add Viacom channels. I don't believe that we have gotten an exact date yet, unless I completely missed it. But John says Viacom will launch on June 21st. I have not heard June 21st be confirmed, but I will definitely look into it. Martin wants to know why everybody hates HBO Max. I don't know. I like it. I will say that Anna Kendrick show was made for my demographic, a girl in her 30s. So, yeah, I've really liked that one personally, but I completely understand if you've already seen all of this HBO content, you probably don't need the streaming service. Bill, I believe that you were the one that found the Plex phone number. If you still have it handy, could you paste it in the comments again? Howard is looking for it, and I did not copy it. I should have. I'm sorry about that. Derek says a new Apple TV exists, and it may be out in September. Yeah, we've been hearing rumors. We actually have a post that's ready to go the second that we get something confirmed. So yeah, we've definitely heard that an Apple TV is coming, and I have been holding off on buying an Apple TV in hopes that a new one will come out. Andrew wants to know what we think about Game of Thrones, and I have never seen it, so I am really looking forward to watching it. I know you guys have recommended it a bunch of times, so yeah, it's definitely on my list. MLJ says, Paul, happy wife, happy life, and if that's not the truth, I say that if your wife wants to keep HBO Max, it sounds like you're stuck with HBO Max. Howard, Bill just posted that customer support number in the comments again. Thank you so much, Bill. So if you want to copy that, you can call into their customer support. Me Jones says, cut the cord with YouTube TV, saving $100 a month. That is fantastic. Congratulations. I love hearing stories about people saving money. Yeah, it seems like we're all kind of split. Some of us have seen Game of Thrones and are shocked that the rest of us have not seen it. It is on my list, I promise. I'm just going to be years behind everybody else. CJ says, I hope that Apple updates that horrible remote. Agreed. I am not a fan of the Apple remote. I would love to see a new version. Bill wants to know about the Roku Sound Bar. So I have a lot of feelings about the Roku Sound Bar. They actually sent me one to review. So there's a post up about that somewhere. I really like it for watching movies. It really makes that whole home theater feeling that you might be looking for. I really like it for that. It's great. I will say, I also have the surround sound speaker set up too. I will say that for watching TV, the soundbar was not my favorite. I think that it was really made for music and action movies. That's what it feels like to me anyway, so I don't love it for just day-to-day TV watching. But as far as the soundbar goes, yeah, I think it's great. I haven't tried many others, so I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I have it, I use it, and I like it a lot. Kurt says, thanks, Jess, for all of your hard work helping us learn and save money. I am so happy to help you guys save money. It is absolutely my favorite part of my job. And thank you so much for that kind comment, Kurt. I appreciate that a lot. Howard says, I use my Logitech remote for my Apple TV and my phone. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. Those universal remotes are a great replacement. Colin wants to know if there's been any update from CBS about the rebrand of CBS All Access. Yeah, we've just been hearing bits and pieces. They said that it's going to happen this summer, but I have not heard many details about it. They are supposed to just add a ton of new content and really make CBS All Access a more robust streaming service. We will post as we hear more, but I just have not heard a lot of details. You guys just talked Paul into keeping HBO Max for the sake of his marriage, so I think we all did a service here tonight. Bill, yes, the Roku soundbar does include a built-in Roku, and it comes with its own Roku remote. So yes, you can access Roku as normal through your soundbar. John wants to know about the new Goonies remastered release on Blu-ray 4K. Okay. Hawaii Files says, I hope the price of CBS All Access goes up. I hope it does not go up. I would love to see it stay the same price and get more content. That would be great. Mark says my wife watches stupid shows. Need to get her set up with Roku earbuds. Yeah, definitely. They have, some of the remotes have a headphone jack that you can just plug right into. Excuse me. I like to turn on my Roku remote on my iPhone, and I can connect to my Bluetooth speakers through the app, which is fantastic. So I definitely do that from time to time, especially whenever, as some of you know, there has been construction noise all around me for months and months. So whenever that happens, I pop on my headphones and turn on the Bluetooth through the Roku app. Thomas, I would say that would be the workaround for issues like that. With my Roku TV, I can connect it to the Roku app on my phone, and with that, I can connect to my Bluetooth headphones. So that would be a workaround that you might want to try. Bill says, I've waited this long, I'll wait for Black Friday. I'm excited for some Black Friday deals. Also, Amazon has pushed back Prime Day, so there might be some good deals. I think it's in September now, so there should be some good deals for us then too. We'll have a post, obviously, with Prime Day deals. Oh, okay. Hawaii says that was a typo. You do not want the price to go up for CBS All Access. Agreed. I would love to see it stay the same price. I would love for them to keep on offering all these promotions for a free month. I think those are fantastic. And yeah, and to add more content, that would be great. Diva, yeah. The construction noise downtown is crazy. Also, right within my apartment building, there's been construction nonstop for months and months. So those of you who have stuck around since the podcast days will remember that we were frequently taking long pauses to deal with the sounds of saws and hammers all around me. But yeah, definitely on the street, there's been a ton of construction over here in Cleveland. Thomas, yeah, I get that. The price of Roku TVs, you would think that they would have features like the ability to connect to headphones directly. Yep, agreed. Jermaine wants to know if I run the Cord Cutters Twitter page. I do. I run the Twitter page. I run the Facebook group also. The Facebook page and the Cord Cutting Tech Support Facebook group. Yep, if you see a post, it's probably coming from me. Tony says, I hate watching movies via TV speakers. Do you like using a soundbar or surround sound speakers? What do you use? Or do you use headphones? Colin wants to know if we received confirmation that Amazon Prime Day has been moved. We did not hear directly from Amazon, but we did hear from their, they had a meeting about it apparently where I think it was Reuters that got the transcript from the meeting, something like that, where it had come directly from them, but it came from a different source. So I cannot say 100% that it's moved, but I would say 98%. Also, we haven't heard anything about Prime Day, so we would have been hearing about it by now. Martin wants to know if they canceled CES this year, and no, they did not. We just heard today that they are keeping CES on. They are doing it live again in Las Vegas. I can't say that I will be there because thinking about that makes me a little bit nervous. Last year when we went, Luke got very sick. He passed it right along to me, so 2 weeks later I was sick. We heard later that coronavirus was going around, and man, it was crazy. John says, we asked Luke to sign an original first generation Roku and he agreed. What a nice guy. I'll mail it to him soon. Yeah, Luke is the best, honestly. I'm not surprised that he agreed to do that for you. He's the best. John says, Colin, it has been moved to September. That is when Prime Day will be. Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw an official announcement, but we did see confirmation from people who were at that meeting. Tony is not sold on soundbars. He likes his 5.2 system. I wasn't convinced about soundbars either, and then I tried that one from Roku and I like it a lot. Like I said, I don't use it for like normal day-to-day TV watching, but I do like it for movies. I like the whole surround sound system. I really am a fan. All right, guys, just a few more minutes and then we'll wrap this up. So if anyone has any more questions, now is the time to ask. Jermaine, yeah, go ahead. Send me a tweet. You can send it to the official Coroners news page and I will get it. You can either send it as a tweet or send me a DM. Either way, I'll get it. Dean says, I investigated getting AT&T TV a couple months ago, found out they do not offer Sioux Falls, South Dakota locals. Interesting. If it was too long ago, it may have been because AT&T TV was not nationwide yet. So it might be worth trying again. I believe on their homepage for the service, you can put in your zip code and it will show you which channels are offered. Diva wants to know how much the Roku Sound Bar costs. Let me find out what the current price is. It is $180 on Best Buy. You can also get a TCL soundbar for $80. That sounds like a good deal. Lots of different options, but the Roku one is $180. Let's see if it's the same on Amazon. I love doing some price comparisons. $168 on Amazon, so that sounds like your best bet. Oh, also, if you can wait until Black Friday, they usually have some really good deals. Hey, Alan, thank you. Pluto TV will be adding channels overnight, so watch tomorrow morning. Definitely, thank you. We got a post up earlier about some new channels on a couple of services, so 'tis the season to be adding new channels, I suppose. Okay, John saw it on Google News that they moved Prime Day to September officially. Thank you so much for that. I don't know if we have a post up about it being official or not, but yeah, we were hearing that from people in the meeting. Hey Frank, happy to have you here. We're about to wrap things up actually, so you got here just in the nick of time if you have any questions. Bill says that the rumored exact day, September 7th. Andrew says, what do you use since you cut the cord? Roku, Fire Stick. Andrew, I will say that I have tried them all. I do not currently have an Apple TV. I'm waiting for the new model to come out. I use everything just for the sake of being able to answer questions. So I try to use all of the different streaming services, all of the different devices. I don't have a NVIDIA Shield either, but I believe Philip has one. Yeah, so we've kind of covered all of our bases just in case you guys ever have questions so that we can go and check and get you some answers. John wants to know who's buying up all the NVIDIA Shield Pro models. I saw earlier there was a tweet that they had finally come back in stock, and by the time I checked, it was like 3 minutes later they were sold out again. Diva, thank you. Diva is demanding that you all be nice since she is a fellow Clevelander. Jermaine, no, we do not have an exact date, although somebody said July 21st, I believe, or June 21st. I haven't seen an official date, but maybe I missed it. I will definitely do some digging. We will post as soon as we know. And if I maybe just missed it somewhere, I'll definitely try to find that tonight and get it posted. As far as I know, we don't have an exact date, but we knew it was going to be possibly the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Frank, there's always cool news, of course, every day. So check out corketersnews.com for all of the updates. All right, guys, I think that we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for being here. As always, this has been so much fun. I love coming here on Wednesday night and hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. Wherever you are, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay indoors when you can, wear your masks, wash your hands, all of those things. I hope that you all have a great night, and I will see you all again next week.